Hi, first grade writers. So today what we're actually going to be talking about is, what do writers write? What do writers write? So when you think of a writer, you might think of an author of a book. Authors are writers. They write stories, sometimes they write poems, okay? Authors are writers, of course. But guess what? Now that you're in first grade, you're going to be a writer too. And you're going to be a writer your whole life because there are so many different things that writers can write. In first grade, we're going to try to write some stories. We might write a poem. Maybe we'll write a letter to someone. We can write down lists of things. I write down a shopping list before I go shopping. You can write a list of your favorite toys. You can write a list of your favorite colors. You can write a list about anything. We're going to write thank you notes. If someone comes to visit us, we would write a thank you note. Thank you for coming. You can write thank you notes for a special birthday present you get from someone. You can write thank you notes just to say you appreciate that someone was there for you and helped you out. Reminders. Mrs. Eckhart writes reminders down all the time on Post-it notes on the board. I write them on my phone. I type them on my computer. I write them on big sheets of paper if I have lots of reminders. Emails. When you get older, you're going to start using your email. You can email your teacher. You might email a classmate that you're working on a project with. You could also email your parents and show them some of the work you've been doing. When you get older, you're going to communicate using email a lot. Journal entries. Mrs. Eckhart has a journal that she writes in, and sometimes I write how I'm feeling that day, what happened. Okay, you can start your own journal. Notes. Okay, notes are important to write down, kind of like reminders, so that we can keep track of what we're learning, anything that we don't want to forget. Another thing we don't want to forget is important thoughts. Maybe a great idea pops into your head. That happens to Mrs. Eckhart, and sometimes it pops into my head when I'm doing something else. Maybe I'm doing the dishes, and all of a sudden I think, oh, I really want to do that important activity with the first graders tomorrow. I better write it down, because otherwise I might forget. Songs. Maybe some of you can write a song. Songs are helpful when we're trying to learn things. Sometimes we create songs. Songs are just fun to express how you're feeling. Songs are just fun to listen to. Maybe someday you'll be a songwriter. Speeches. You don't just have to be the president to give a speech or someone super, super important, okay? You can give speeches about anything that you care about. Mrs. Eckhart's had to give speeches before in school, and so it's good that we practice writing speeches, and then we can practice also saying them out loud. So these are all different things that writers write. Now some of you are going to say, I don't know what to write. That's okay. What I'm going to tell you is, if I ask you to write something and you're not sure what to write, then I'm going to say, if you don't know where to start, just write from the heart. So you're going to write about things that you love, you like, you care about, you know a lot about. That's what most writers write about. They write about what they know and about what they care about or love. So I gave some examples. This is my heart, okay? I might write about my friends and family, maybe about music I like. I can write about sickness or injuries. Maybe you have a story about going to the hospital. I can write about food. Pets. Tell me all about your cats, your dogs, your fish, your hamsters. Maybe you have some farm animals as pets. You can write about your home. Who lives in your home? What's your favorite spot in your home? Feelings. Writing about my feelings helps make me feel better a lot of the time. I like to write about when I'm happy and then look back and remind myself. I also write when I'm mad, and sometimes that helps me feel a little better and get it off my chest. Write about playing outside. What's your favorite activity? Maybe you have a dirt bike. Maybe you have a trampoline, a swing set. What are some activities you like to do outside? Tell me about them. Your favorite books. What books do you like to read? Trips. Maybe you've gone to Florida. Maybe you go up north to a cabin. Maybe you go fishing. Tell me about a trip you had. Movies or TV. Tell me about your favorite shows. What kind of shows do you like? Do you like shows that make you laugh? Shows that are scary? Do you like shows that are kind of sad but then they're happy at the end? What kind of shows do you like? sports. Tell me about if you play a sport, maybe you play football, maybe you do gymnastics, maybe you're into dance. Tell me about sports that you do or sports that you like. Maybe you like the Packers, maybe you like the Bears. Tell me about your sports. Holidays, okay? Maybe you have a really special memory of a Christmas, or tell me about your Halloween costume you wore last year. 4th of July, maybe you went on a picnic for 4th of July or saw some fireworks. These are all things that could get me started on writing something. You're going to create your own story maps in a second, and when you create your story map, you're going to write down, draw, and label things that you love, like, or know a lot about. We're going to keep those in our writing folder so when we are practicing writing and being writers during a writing workshop, we can always pull it out and look and see, where do I start? And if I don't know where to start, then I just have to write from the heart. All right?